This week we came to this province of Leyda, to a small village, to meet a patient, Mr. Ernest, who has a dream. He has retired and had collected many motorcycles and some cars. But his dream is to buy a Porsche 911, and he wants to sell a couple of cars and buy this Porsche 911. I already told him he can't afford a Porsche 911, but he just says, yes, but I don't want to add that much money. So let's meet Ernest, let him explain what I'm telling you, and let's see what collection he has. All right, Ernest, introduce yourself.
Ernest Marcos, a car enthusiast like Mark, thanking you for your visit, and you can see what we have around here.
He had another Mini that we went to see in another garage, a blue one. This one is red, so he has two Minis. And then I see you also have a war Jeep, right? Yes, it's not the civilian one, it's a civilian Jeep 2A.
Yes, perfect. Yes, it works perfectly. We've already checked it.
I've learned a lot from these cars, because I don't know if you saw this week's video where a bunch of war Jeeps and trucks appear. Well, thanks to Sergey, I learned the difference between the 2A, the 2B, and the exact megabyte.
It has its own history. This one is perfect, and the engine is already done. It would just need some painting, and it's historic. The paperwork is up to date.
It originally came from Seville.
Yes, and I drive it around here. Look, record everything.
You have the numbers. Haven't you tried scratching to see if the original American license plate shows up somewhere? My name is Mark, and I'm crazy about cars. I see you own many motorcycles. Yes.
This is the latest one we've added, the famous Ducati 24 Hours. This one was made here under an Italian license. It was made in Barcelona. It's a very charismatic piece, and even more so nowadays with everything about the Marquez brothers in the World Championship. And they're from here in Catalonia, from Cervera, very close to here.
From here, where was this made? Here in Spain.
Manufactured in Barcelona by Motorland under Italian license.
The same people who made everything that was the Mini 2, Mini 3, they also made, besides motorcycles, real bikes as well.
And this one was made here. It's a bike from the 70s, which was a piece with a story.
So what does this bike have? For those of us who don't know about bikes, what's good about it? It's remarkable.
It's fast. It's a 250 cubic centimeter bike, and it's a very, very light bike, very light. Fast. And with a design from that era. Like I said, in the 70s, it was a bike that really caught your eye.
And then you also have it for doing trials? Well,
we have here with my son when we go out to do trials. This is a BMW the 69S, the Sport, also a very charismatic bike. In 1969, it won the Gold Door Prize. It's the 600 with original registration.
A very large engine.
It's a bike that hasn't been restored, you know?
It doesn't have the original license plate.
It's all completely original.
The seat, everything.
Everything, completely original.
Everything.
It was one of the fastest bikes of its time, right? Also, well, this is also a very special piece. It's a Sprint. This was made by Montesa in 54 and 4.
And you don't sell any of these, huh? Not all of these are untouchable.
This one is untouchable. There's no other piece like it. It's a bike where everything, even the suspension, is manual. It has several things to look at. Over here, Mark, over here. You pour in the oil, it goes through the chassis, and here there are two small taps. These bikes, since they revved very high, would seize up.
They have to be constantly lubricated.
And so here is where they would put the oil. And over here you'll see these, this one here, they would open here, rev up, open here, and lubricate. They would give more oil to the engine and prevent it from seizing up, right? But look, the oil would go inside the chassis.
Yeah, interesting, huh?
There aren't any others like it. Only 4 bikes like this exist.
Did you know how fast these could go?
These bikes were simply
racing bikes and at full throttle.
At full throttle, you know, 140, 150.
The speed didn't matter.
Weren't they made in 54 for the European Championship for John Sulebuto? Look, these images were taken with the rider, with Buto. with this same bike on the Catalonia circuit. Look at this, not many years ago, bulto buto with this bike on the Catalonia circuit just to do a few laps around there.
And he had raced with this bike.
Yes, it was made for him so that he could race it. There are four. One is owned by Permanier, who is the owner of Montesa. Another one is mine, and I don't know if there is one or two more.
I imagine he was very excited to get on it.
It's not a spectacular machine.
No, but after the story that the bike had after so many years.
Look at how it lives.
Didn't he sign it for you?
I don't have any documents at home that we photographed.
I would have let him sign it and put it in a frame.
But I didn't.
Do it. Imagine, look at how I was, huh?
Look at how I was, and I still won the championship, huh? In the year 54. That's awesome.
They were a different kind of pilots, huh, back then. And
we're finishing this one now, too.
This is a derby?
What's the derby from the World Championship? The 50cc Angel Nietos?
Angel Nietos?
Yes, this won the World Championship.
The famous motorcycles, not derby rack 50 cubic centimeters, yes?
Yes, we've all made this one. It's practically an original piece, 50 cubic centimeters. And Angel Nieto won the World Championship with it in 1969.
He won several not world championships.
Yes, 13, 12 plus 1. Yeah, right?
Why? 12 plus 1?
Because that's what he said, right? He didn't say 13, he said 12 plus 1.
Because it was bad for him.
But this machine is practically all original parts, you know? It was very hard to find all the materials, but we managed to do it.
One thing that's curious that I've just realized is that it only has counter revolutions. It doesn't have...
No, it didn't keep track of kilometers.
It didn't keep track of kilometers, no.
They used the laps as their guide.
The engine revs, right? Yes, exactly.
It's an extraordinary piece.
Isn't this something to be proud of having?
Man, does this excite you? I can tell this was the one that meant the most.
Your precious girl. Wow, yes.
The Ducati too, huh? These are the last ones we've done now. And well, here you also have the Montesa, because that's the good thing here. The good thing for us is that we have the history of Catalonia, and we have the road bike and the racing bike. There you'll see the Montesas, the Impala, and this one, the 24-hour endurance. We have the range and the history from here, our own.
Both the racing and street ones. Do you know who used to ride these bikes?
Right. Some of them, yes. Some of them, no.
On that bike? Did you know Angel Nieto rode it? You didn't know that?
It was a replica of Angel Nieto, but this one is John Solebuto's, the one that...
That one was a replica. It wasn't the real bike. No, no, no.
We made this one with derby parts, but no, obviously it wasn't the one he raced, but they are original parts taken from an engine.
I don't know if that was clear. That's why I wanted to make the note.
This one, and this is also a very beautiful piece, which is the seat. The T6, right? This one is original, all TSS seat, 175 cubic centimeters.
Ernest, when he contacted me, said, "Aren't you going to be interested because you don't like motorcycles?" And I said, "Look, I don't know anything about motorcycles. It's not that I dislike them. I just don't understand them. So I don't make videos about things I don't understand." And he said, okay.
Well, I started very young, and honestly, I started in the villages around here, picking up motorcycles from the villages when I was about 14 or 15 years old. And my strength was motorcycles, right? And after that, obviously I like cars, but motorcycles have always been my thing. I don't know. And what about racing motorcycles?
Were those the ones you liked?
It was something different, right?
But do you take these out for a walk? Yes.
Around here, they run around here? Yes, all of them. Yes, I have a starter here. You'll see it. Now, there's a feature in motor, in Solo Moto, Motor Classico. I don't know which one it is, but it's this one here. See, this exact bike is ours, the one I did a feature on.
There. You have other memories, right? Catalan Motorcyclists Federation, yes, and well...
Photos here too.
Calendars. Do you have motorcycle calendars?
This calendar is from the motorcycle club I'm in.
So which other motorcycles do you think people will like to see from your collection?
Special ones, huh? This one? The classic motorcycle that every collector loves is the Buktaco Metrala Mark II and the Montesa Impala. No.
Yes. The Impala is on our right, and the Metrala Mark II is here on the left.
It's a yes.
It's difficult because of the space you have, so many that you can't.
You see that everything is rotten? Perfect.
Yes. You have everything working, everything works, not like the workshops or places I go to sometimes where there's a lot of need.
Everything is impeccable. Impeccable because you spend many hours?
Many hours.
This is a Brio, which is older. It's the Resistencia, which is older than the Impala.
Have you restored all the motorcycles yourself?
No, not me. I haven't had time. I have a restorer in Lerida and one in Barcelona, and we've been working on them.
You find the motorcycle, then we do too.
That interests me. And from there, we look for the parts and the painters and the mechanics, and then, well, we look for everything.
Everything that's missing. I imagine in these workshops they just point out what's missing. Well, yes.
These are specialized workshops that know the subject.
You don't have to worry so much.
Not really, since I didn't have time. No, because this story goes back many years. Imagine how many I have. And I started at 15, so just think about it.
And it's been 50 years, right?
Yes, approximately. And these are the Kit America?
Which is, we're going to have to get a little closer.
Yes, because these were derived from the Mark II shrapnel.
Seat 600, can't miss that, huh?
Yes, every collector has to have one.
A Seat 600.
And a Moto Guzzi?
I don't have all of this.
A collector, or else he's not one.
Well, I've never said I'm a collector. I say I'm crazy about cars, okay? I've crossed out collector for myself because I'm not really a collector. What motivates me is nostalgia. And many times when I end up getting bored of a vehicle and I don't use it for more than 2 years, I end up selling it. A collector doesn't do this, but this way another new car can come in, which is more or less what you want to do.
Yes. What happens is that you see the 600 and the Moto Guzzi, well, that's what motorized Spain, you know? And the Moto Guzzi was one of the first. Don't you see the gear shift here? 50 cubic centimeters, 65. There were 50, there were 65.
I thought that in a collection you had to have a Vespa, but not a Moto Guzzi.
I don't have the Vespa, but I have the first series Lambretta because I like it more than the Vespa.
The Lambretta is very beautiful.
This is the first series produced.
There you have the headlight.
Up there is the first series. It's the LD that makes the difference because the tank is on the side.
It's much wider, right? When it comes to resting your feet inside compared to what a classic Vespa would be.
Wider. Yes, you are watching Mark's garage.
If you see what I was telling you, it really is wider. You have all of them, but they're perfect, huh? Impeccable. Yes.
Yes, there's the Lambretta logo. I found someone who restored it for me. Look.
Yeah.
As I said, the LD is the first series.
And then the ones that aren't restored are original. Yes.
Nothing has been done to this one.
Nothing's done yet. Do you have it finished? It's OSA 250.
The typical Pepsi Cola, as they called it, not because of the colors. No? Well, here, this is a Derby 2002, which I did break in myself. It has very few kilometers. It's one of the first bikes that came out with electric start and 6 speeds.
The crazy guy in the village, exactly. You'll see, because the OSA... Is there anyone here in the village who has as many bikes as you? No.
No.
Ha. Well, for us, it's a funny thing, because there in the Manresa workshop where Javier and I work, on Saturdays, well, now we sometimes have some Saturdays when they come. Young kids knock on our door and tell us, my scooter is broken, as if we knew how to fix scooters, right? And they're missing a screw here, a screw there, and people. It's funny, the neighborhood thinks we have to fix everything, right? Of course.
Well, also...
We are the people who...
It also happens to me that some kid comes here. This one is special because it's the first one. It's a twin cylinder. It already has turn signals. If you record it, you'll see at how many kilometers.
We have to go for a ride, yes.
Or how many kilometers, yes.
But does it have so few kilometers? No? It can't be, right?
Yes, because my father fixed it for me when he was in the military and already had a car. And it stayed here. And it's only done 4 kilometers.
But it shows 150 kilometers? Yes?
Yes, yes.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Why doesn't he take her out?
Because I used it. I went to Barcelona and knew.
Yes, yes.
My Road 1, which you'll see now, I first used mine in 91 and it has 30,000 original kilometers. This is a buggy.
Luve. Where is it made? This motorcycle?
Was it made here too?
Yes, in Barcelona, yes. In Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's where the whole motorcycle industry moved, right?
Well, and these are the ones that came from the Mark II from the Vultaku, which was the Metralla Kit America, okay? These two.
Yes.
Exactly. These have competed in the European Championship and they won it. This is certified. One has 5 gears, which was the training one. The other has 6. And these machines have been tested on the mechanic's test bench. Who was the mechanic for the Hitopons? Santi Molero. They are highly tuned machines and can reach speeds of up to 170 kilometers per hour.
My goodness, back in those days?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you have one that's the exact training one, and then the other one is the one that ran.
It's the one they ran, yeah.
Which one is which? This is this one's...
It's the running one.
The running one, yes.
One has 5 gears and the other has 6. Very nice. They did a great job, huh? I'm not going to say who made them, but they did a great job. What I can say is that the certificates have been approved by the test bench of the...
Without counting revolutions, without a speedometer.
It was a different story. I mean, when Hito Pons, John Garriga, and Carlos Cardús were racing, that was a different story, right? This is even earlier. No, yes. Now it has nothing to do with the bikes that are racing. Super. I mean, this is one era, then others came, and then there are the ones now. No, this is a Birmingham Small Arms.
Right.
The bike is beautiful, a 4-stroke.
Also made in Barcelona?
No, this is from abroad. It's English.
A Birmingham Small Arms.
Birmingham Small Arms.
See? I told you, I don't know anything about motorcycles. But looking at this, you realize that something's wrong here.
Here was the carbide lamp to see.
To see?
To be able to see the blueprints.
Imagine what year we're talking about.
States, this was from 37, I think it is. And this is the other one.
Vultaco?
Yes. This is the Voltaco Brinco. This one was just like the Lobito. The famous Voltaco had the Lobito, and Montesa had the Cota. And this is the bike that the second bike I started with on the trails and all that when I was 12 or 13 years old because I was very little. And the Brinco, the Lobito was very tall, but they made this one, which is the Brinco, with the same. The 74 cubic centimeter engine, but with a small chassis. The same 75 engine, small chassis. And it was the Brinco, the other one was the Lobito, the Brinco.
And then you have a sidecar.
This motorcycle is a lube, like the one I mentioned before, and I bought it. Let me show you what it's like.
Look at it from...
Up close. This is amazing. You'll see over there.
It sounds...
I became obsessed with this one. I already had the lube. I already had the one I showed you. But I got obsessed because of the sidecar. Because never in all of history. And motorcycles of this type that I've seen, I had never seen a sidecar. With Faisan, the Faisan model, and with these lights here, it actually looks like a bumper car.
Yeah.
Well, it was wrecked and we made it new again. But look, this is where they used to carry the luggage. That's amazing. Yeah, look at how it is. There are so few of them. I got obsessed with the sidecar thing. If you look at the back, the little lights, if you see it, you go through here.
And you have the image. Didn't you tell me about the
picture from when I bought it? But this was complicated because it was in really bad shape. It wasn't missing any pieces, but it was in really bad shape. It was in a parking lot there in Barcelona. It was in terrible shape. But the sidecar is a very interesting thing. Look at how it was. Check it out. Yeah, it was wrecked, but you see the sidecar. I bought it in the year 2000. And, well, we made it like new, and it's amazing. It turned 100 years old now this past summer, registered in Girona, 176. A Peugeot, a French one, a carbide lamp, wooden handles.
Wait, I haven't shown the carbide lamp yet.
The carbide lamp, amazing, right? Mr. Correa.
And with Mr. Correa went the
action
to the rear wheel.
Yes, the brake, you see it goes straight here to the metal, yes.
Yes.
You see right here where the belt goes through. 2 gears.
Which has them like an old car.
Of
the 1920s. Well, or before, yes.
The clutch and the hand throttle.
Manual. Like manual, but it's fixed in place, not there. Sorry.
You see, right? Like this, you go like this, you keep going like this, that's it. There's no secret to it, okay? The little box, the tools, okay? Look, how curious.
At that time, you had to always carry tools with you.
Exactly. Carburetor, all original, you know? All original. The tap, you know? It's made of metal, man. Now I'm telling you, it's 100 years old.
Tell us about your dream. What is it?
Well, the idea is we have this 850. It was registered at home. It's original. It's been with us all its life. The 850 was introduced in April of '66 in Barcelona, and this one was registered on December 24th, '66. An aunt of mine bought it. We've always had it, like I said, at home. It's a first series, one of the very first. And the main difference is basically this. Interestingly, it's this right here, this little pin here, is what you use to open the hood, which doesn't have a lock, a key, or anything. I only know of 2, one that's at Seat in Building 112, part of the Seat collection, and another one that the gentleman from Seat has. At Rolando's, I've also seen that he had one.
Also, it's a Barcelona 550,000, and this one is a Barcelona 526,000, an older one.
I haven't seen these cars. This one is spotless and untouched.
Original paint?
As you can see, everything is completely original, yes.
The original paint?
Completely original upholstery. Look at the tires. Now you'll see the front part. Look at the interior. It's amazing. I think no one has ever sat in the back here.
And with very few miles on it.
3132. 32,515. You don't have to do absolutely anything to it. Look at the tires, look at the doors, look at the upholstery, original carpets, yes. Completely stock. It's a spectacular piece.
And why do you want to sell it?
Explain to us. Well, there are 2 things here. One is space, and the other is, above all, also a space problem. And the other thing is a financial issue. Because one of my dreams, like with the motorcycle, was about the motorcycle. For example, Angel Nieto's Derby or the Ducati. Well, it would be to be able to buy a 911, right? And so, well, the idea is to replace this one and the Triumph with the 911.
I'm going to show you some pictures of the Triumph and this car. They'll also be on the website. And you've already met Ernest. Do you know why he wants to sell them? He's also a fanatic, yes, and maybe even more obsessed with motorcycles than with cars.
But I'm really excited about the whole thing, especially.
You told me you want a 996.
Well, the idea was a 964, which is from 88, 89 to 91. And if not, then I would go for the 996. The first two are from about 25 years ago, which is what I'm looking at. But this car, the person who gets it doesn't have to invest a single penny. This car. The problem would be the restoration, which costs a lot of money, and this car is completely original. Look at the doors, check the rubber seals, check all the rubber parts, look at the dashboard, look at the roof, the upper part of the car. Yes.
Yes, but I want to show the roof, which
Is
the painting and then the fabric. Let's see if I can look at the front.
no, we can pull it back.
Ah, okay, we can pull it back a little to see it from the front. How is it?
Yeah, look. It's spectacular. Just look at the chrome, how everything is. Nothing has been done to it. Always, always at home, always kept inside. My aunt, an elderly lady, had a chauffeur. The chauffeur even drove her. Imagine that. And look at the interior. Look over there. We can record. Check it out. Look at how it is.
Yes, if you want an 850 in your collection, this is the one to have, the one to buy.
First series. Look at how it is.
Yes, it's 32,000 original kilometers.
100%.
Well painted, never on the street, never, and you can tell by how nice it looks.
Well, and the first series?
Yes, one of the very first, the very, very first, of course. 850 that came out without the key in the engine.
In the engine. In the year 66, this was one of the first that hit the streets a long time ago.
Is that why you skipped the inspection?
Yes, but now I'll show you. Look, I'll show you. Let's go here to the engine. When I stopped it a couple of years ago, yes, I started it up. I drove it around here, but look, see, when I stopped it, I'll show you. It's how curious. Look at all of this. I put in new brakes. I replaced the brakes. The tires are new. Look, I put in a new filter, and it's only done 50 kilometers. And now I'll show you so you can see how it was here. Look at the oil, you'll see it's completely new. Look.
Oops, it fell, huh?
Look, see, the oil is all new. Look, see, check it out, huh? Totally new, right? Everything is new and has stopped. Check it out and see for yourself. Zero investment, of course, and it's a first series with 32,000 real kilometers. That's a gem. Look at the upholstery here. How interesting. Look at how it is.
And what price do you want for this?
Well, I consulted with seat specialists, and they advised me that since nothing needs to be done to it. And it's one of the first ones that came out. And with this mileage, they told me about 9,000 euros approximately.
For an 850.
For this 850?
For this 850.
Anyway, I've seen online that there are higher models. There's the 850 special. Is there any other? There's a four-door one that's already around 7,000 or 8,000 euros, but they already have mileage. They're restored. They don't have...
No, the original paint? No?
They don't have the original upholstery. This one doesn't need anything done to it, and it's all original, of course. Obviously, today, if you have to do a small restoration, that's what they've advised me. It's just that for less than this price. It's not that anything you might have to do, like rubber seals, upholstery, or whatever, already costs a lot of money. And this one doesn't need anything done at all.
What's the story behind this 600? Well?
I bought this one, I don't know, about 30 years ago or so. I bought it while it was still running. No. And well, I was really excited about it. It was one of the first ones along with the Triumph, and we did a perfect restoration. We redid everything. See, everything here is cracked.
Can you really say you did it perfectly if there's no rust showing?
No.
You didn't get any rust at all.
Everything is perfect. Look at the interior, look at the engine. Wait, we'll open the engine. The engine, practically nothing needed to be done to it.
This one you definitely won't sell, because now people are going to say the 600 is for sale. No, the 600, he won't sell it.
Neither the Mini nor the Wheelie. Look at how the engine is. It doesn't miss any detail, does it? Look at everything. Look at the interior. upholstery, rubber parts.
Well, you did a restoration the way it's supposed to be done.
A restoration done right, you know? Look at the rubber parts, which are already hard to find.
Did you always upholster all the seats?
The original rubber parts are tough to find, huh?
And to say goodbye, let's take a look at this Mini 850. I'm sure it was also made here in Pamplona, right?
Yes.
The Landé factory.
Now I'll open the engine for you.
What's the story behind this one?
This one belonged to a friend who unfortunately passed away at home. My father got one just like this in '72, exactly the same, and I had it for a few years too, and then, well, I sold it. It was exactly mine. Look, I'll show you the photo. It was ours. From home? This was ours from home, with a license plate.
Your wife?
No, my aunt, she's your aunt. Yes, my aunt, who also drove it for some time. My father first used it in 1972.
License plate of the damaged one, too.
Damaged one's license plate from John 72. This one is from the same year, too. And well, from the club, unfortunately, a fellow member who owned it passed away. And I found out and bought it quickly because I wanted the same one, the same color, the same model. I've had it for a year and haven't done anything to it. It's still in perfect condition. Look at the paint, the interior, and now the engine. Let's go. Like the Pamplona one you mentioned. It just needs a brake check. Here you'll see everything about Audi, yes?
Yes, I've done Pamplona, Audi. What a shame. We had missed out on this whole industry.
Yes. Well, it took me many years to find it because I wanted it exactly the same. Well, look at it now, huh? This gentleman had it in great condition, original, and I practically didn't have to do anything. Brakes, a checkup, and that's it.
Can I ask how much you paid for this car?
4,000 and something. 4,000, I think about 4,000. Yes, around 4,000.
That's not a bad price.
4,000 or 4,500? Yes. Well, that's about it. That's about right. Yes, that's fine.
They've gone up a lot.
They can be about 6,000 or 7,000 euros. I've even seen them at 8. Honestly, I bought it for a good price.
In the last 5 years, they've gone up a crazy amount.
I bought it for a good price. Either 4,000 or 4,500, probably the latter. But now they're higher. Well, if they're in the condition this one is in, you see, right? They can already reach prices of 8,000 euros.
Well, thank you very much, Ernest, for showing me your collection.
Thank you for your visit.
For explaining your illness to us. And we're going to make these kinds of videos more often with people who have the same illness as us. Exactly, from all the people who watch Mars Garage, because when I started, I thought there would only be 4 people like me. And now we're already heading towards 180,000 subscribers. It's crazy. I never thought we would find so many crazy people along the way.
So later we'll talk about the topic of the victory so you can publish it.
Yes, I'll add the photos.
It's a very interesting topic. It's a very interesting car because it was only made for 1 year. Well, we'll talk about it later. And I'd buy a good piece. And what about the 850? Obviously that one too. Because the condition, the car, the origin, the mileage, it's perfect. You don't have to invest at all. I mean, it's also a beautiful piece, and I'd really like for someone to keep it, someone who will drive it and enjoy it.
Not just someone who's really a fan.
A fan.
In a pawn shop.
Exactly. If not, I won't sell it.
Well, you know, guys, if you're a pawn shop owner, don't say you are, because Mr. Ernest
won't sell it to you.
Won't sell it to you? Definitely not. Well, I hope you really enjoyed today's video. We're going to eat with this gentleman and my wife who has come, and we'll see you next week. What do you think? Here, next Thursday, here at Mars Garage. That's all for today. My name is Mark, and I'm crazy about cars.